One of the most frequently asked questions in the homeschool world is, how do I know I'm teaching my kids enough? And I want to start with the foundational issue underneath the question. Because first of all, who is the great judge of what is enough? Once we give our children this well-rounded education according to whatever the judge or measuring stick is supposed to be, there comes in the other issue of how much was actually retained. Because we know that someone who sits in a class can simply choose to check out. Even a child that completes a worksheet might have so much stress during the exercise that they don't retain it later. Have we not all seen that a handful of kids can leave a class and retain different amounts of information? So then what is enough? Who decides how much is enough? And how do we actually retain all the enoughness? The question actually comes from a core belief that learning is difficult, which is not true. Facts are super easy to retain when someone is motivated. Have you ever met a 4-year-old watching a show and they can tell you all the characters' names and what they do and what their superpowers are and what's happening in the TV show? They're fully capable of retaining information when there is an emotional connection for them, when it matters to them, and when they are motivated. In the book Dumbing Us Down by John Taylor Gatto, which I highly recommend everyone read, he explains the average adult with no academic background whatsoever could complete all of school from kindergarten through 12th grade in an average of 3 months. How is this possible? Well, think about it. If you take a child that's not motivated to learn, whose brain isn't developed enough to learn all the things you're asking of them, you can make that person, that child, believe that learning is difficult in nature. And if you do it to enough children, you can persuade a culture, a community, a generation. Where if you sit a 20-year-old down to learn number recognition, they're gonna know it in a few minutes because it's actually not hard to learn once you are mature. So we know that learning isn't difficult. We know it's not hard to retain facts at all. What is hard to change is a belief system. So in order to answer the question, how do I teach enough? I would first choose your style. There are 6 styles in homeschooling. Some of them can cross over or be blended. And if you're not familiar with them, I recommend you read The Call of the Wild and Free, and it breaks these 6 styles down beautifully. And once you have chosen a style, shift your mindset from trying to raise a child that can do tricks and impress other people with the facts that they can repeat into the mindset of, my child is confident that they are capable and that learning is easy. Because when you do that, letting your child be led by their own interests or placing your child in a grade that is simply at their skill level is significantly less scary once you understand the truth of education. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.